Hey guys, I am here with Ben, who got top 4 at our regionals today here in Melbourne. Ben was also our winner for Treasure Cup a couple months ago, so glad he was able to make the trip back and kick our butts again. So Ben, you're playing Luffy today.
Yes, Luffy.
Yep. Such a off-meta kind of deck that I really wasn't expecting, but Ben, why don't you take it away and show us why it's so good?
Alright, so just a little rundown about the deck. This deck was actually a list of a friend of mine. He used this list to win multiple championships in the Japanese counterpart. And so I thought, why not give it a try? And here I am. So basically, to start off, we have 4 Namis. That is a very crucial card in this deck because half of your deck is straw hats. So you get your searches out very easily, like Zoro, Luffy, Robins, or even another card that I play and most people might not. So yeah, just wait till you see it. Okay, so there's 4 Makinos. Makinos is great because it's a 2k counter and it gives your Nami or Gordon a threat because it just give it 3000 if you tap it. Yeah, so that is pretty standard as well. 4 Utamas, like I said in my previous deck.
For lore, deck profile for lore,
Yeah, the lore deck profile. Otama, the most busted card, yes. I'm glad that she's getting an alternate art soon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna
so
be sick.
she's a 2k counter, so she's good. And for Gordon, this is great because it's a how to say, you can use him to minus 3k to any characters, and it works well with Robin, Pistol, and even Otama, Gordon into Pistol, a White Beard. That's pretty good as well. The only downside to this is it has no counters, but that's fine. So that's all for 1 cost, and that's all. Let's go to the 2 costs. So for the 2 costs, we have 4 Darans. Darans is a very important card because it lets you search for all your 1 costs in this deck, which is pretty much it's 16. Yeah, and it's a body as well. It's a 2 cost 3k. It's a good body on board, and very good for you to fight against Zoro. If they are attacking with their smaller bodies, you can just attack. Yeah, attack back their units. So that's that. And for Mass Dews, this it's a 2k counter, and it's a mini Robin. It's a 2 dons to when attacking KO up to 2 cost of 2k or less, which is good because you have Gordons, you have Otamas to minus out the power. So essentially, this is bombing a 5k, 6k unit. And yeah, this is the secret tag that the friend play. So I decided to try it out as well, and it works pretty well. So that's all for the 2 cost units. And for 3 cost units, we have Vista. It's a very good card. It's a removal for 3k, and if paired with a Gordon or a Otama, it's a 5k or 6k removal as well. So it's pretty good, and it's on play as well. So I play this because of all the Zoro players just pop their units very easily. Yeah. And 4 Zoros, yeah, it's without a doubt, this is one of the best cards in OPO1. It's a 3 cost 5k rush, so it's nothing much to say about that. And of course, 4 Robins. This deck is centered around being a control deck. So Robins, Deuce, Vista, these are very vital cards in this deck. And yeah, if you know, Robin it's a 1 don when attacking, KO up to 3k or less units, which, like I said, works well with Otamas and Gordons. So that's that, and she cannot be popped by another Vista because she's 4k. That's pretty good. So for 5 costs, it's among the Luffy, the unblockable Luffy. It's just there for rush, and you may need the unblockable, but I reckon you wouldn't need it as much. Yeah, and the good thing about having all the dawn requirements upon attacking it in this deck is because I'm Luffy, I get a free dawn every turn. So that pretty much ease up the criteria on each of their effects. And last but not least, Whitebeard. It's busted. Yeah. 7k on your turn and your opponent's turn, that's broken. And with Luffy's effect, let's say if I have a Whitebeard on board and next turn I'm on 10, I can do a Whitebeard, charge 1 Dawn, and use Luffy's effect to give him 1 Dawn, attack, and pop 3k or less. So yeah, it's pretty good. So that's that. And for the events, for Jet Pistol. I think Pistol is one of the best events in Red actually. You got the trigger, you got the main, pop a 6k, and you have Otama and Gordon to maybe pop a Whitebeard. Yeah, you can try that. That's pretty good. And 2 Red Hawks. People don't expect the Red Hawks. They'll think like, oh, I leave 2 Dawns up. It's 2 Radical Beams. But when you're playing against Zoro, the Red Hawk, you just pop one of their characters, 4k or less, which is quite easy, honestly. And needless to say, the trigger is minus 10k for the turn. Yeah, it's busted. Like, it's great. Yeah. So basically, this is all for Luffy. Nothing much to say about it, but it's a pretty good list. It's a more control-based Luffy compared to, you see other Luffy players, they play very aggressive, and Zoro also another aggressive deck, but this is a very control deck, so I like it.
Yeah, well, you've done amazingly well with it. What were your matchups over the weekend?
My Swiss rounds, I went 7-0 first. It was a Swiss 9, but I went 7-0. It was mostly Whitebeards. I think Whitebeards, this deck eats Whitebeards alive for dinner. Yeah. Zoro's is a bit more of the luck factor. Yeah. And Ivankov, I played against Ivankov. But Ivankov is a pretty free matchup as well. Yeah. I only fought 1 Kiemon, which is quite good on my part because I don't want to fight Kiemon. Kiemon is nuts. Yeah, the turn 2 Okiku into turn 3 Yamato, nah, I don't want to deal with that, man. Yeah.
No, that's fair enough. Did you ever get the trigger effect for Red Hawk this weekend?
Yes, in 2 games I got the trigger effect for Red Hawk, but usually I didn't need to use it. Yeah, so.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Are there any shout-outs or anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, shout out to the Saiyan'sDownUnder. Hey. He's the one who lent me the card, yes, to play in Melbourne. Yeah.
Thank you.
As well as Team Seafood King, because this list is from Noel Lim. He's the best player I know. Yeah, basically that. And they are coming for Brisbane, so I hope they will do well here. I think they will. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be great to meet them all. You're not coming back from Brisbane?
I doubt so. It's 2 weeks apart. It's quite.
We'll see. You just made a bunch of money this weekend.
Yeah, we'll see.
But thanks so much for doing this with me, Ben. Hopefully we'll see you in Brisbane and we can do another one.
Right.
But for now, I'm going to take my cards back. See you guys.
All right, see you.